Hey people, what's up? JB Illusion. Yes, I know my hair needs to be touched up, but I'm going to show you guys something that I hope you will really like. I wanted to do something different than my battle series. I wanted to experiment with certain units fighting other units, but I don't really know how to set up a million zombies versus Ashanan, the Lord of End Times. So, in the meantime, we're going to have a battle series between lords. Welcome to Total War Warhammer Duels. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Total War Warhammer Duels. Gentlemen, ladies, beastmen, mutants, and other assorted creatures, you're in for a treat. Today we examine a battle that has been going on since the beginning of time, dwarves versus orcs. We're not bringing out the heavy hitters just yet, that's for another day, you see, but we will see the effectiveness of the dwarf lord against the orc war boss. These battles will be run in a best-of-3 format, according to Lord Squeak Squeakerson. Now, let's give you all what you came for. Total War Warhammer Duels! You're all in for a treat. We have the Dwarf Lord Green Peaks versus the Orc Warboss known as Slammer. This is going to be a treat for anyone who would like to settle this ancestral grudge as to who is better. A little bit of, facts that Squeak Squeakerson did pull out. At the time, I do believe, in this battle, the Dwarf Lord does cost more than the Orc War Boss, which is actually quite interesting. I'm assuming that has something to do with the not the War Boss, the Dwarf Lord's ability to keep his morale. The morale of the troops up very high as opposed to the Orc War Boss, who really, can't tell his soldiers to do anything without slapping them first. Or, I'm assuming slamming them first, as Orc Warboss Slammer calls it. They don't call him Slammer for nothing, ladies and gentlemen. So, what do I expect from this battle? I expect there to be a heck of a lot of resilience on the Dwarven side, but I also expect the initial Orc offensive to actually pass that. We'll see what's up. As you can see, we are fighting in the frozen north. It's quite lovely out here. I do believe that this shall be interesting. It's the longest walk both of our competitors are taking, or at least the dwarven competitor is taking. It's slow, it's methodical, just like dwarves, but he will get there. There is also a very, very interesting chaos shrine. Yeah, I've never seen that before. Shows you how far into the campaign I tend to get. Yeah, I kind of suck. As you can see, we're going to fast forward this. Dwarven walking at its finest. Because, as we all know, dwarves are not very quick, but they are the best walkers ever. It comes with a low center of gravity. Our Orc Warboss over here, as you can see, his traditional orcish dance of supremacy. It's going quite well. Quite well. They're getting closer. Oh no, the orc's coming at him. Slow it down just a little bit. They're slowly walking, orc at a brisk jog. And hopefully this will get... Oh my god, they're charging? And the orc, of course, sets up his offensive first. He uses his spell-like ability. But the dwarf is taking the shots like a champ. Oh my god. That was a leap over a shield attack. I'm very impressed with Total... Oh my god, with Creative Assembly right now. Dwarf is holding his own. Nice axe. Beautiful. The orc is staggering. What's going to happen? Nice headbutt. I've never thought of actually using, a helmet with horns like that ever. Ooh, was that a body slam? Orcish tactics, ladies and gentlemen. Orcish tactics. Nice axe again. And what do we have here? Oh, the shield bash, and it's over. Decisive defeat for the dwarf. Is there anything that can actually change the flow of this pace? Alright, now what can the dwarf lord do to actually, change the flow? It looked like it was going good. That helmeted headbutt was quite impressive. And then the Orc War Boss turned it around with what I'm assuming is a body slam. Considering all the teeth, yes, teeth, not teeth, as I've been informed by orcs, that is the proper pronunciation. You know, that's why I have these right here. And Squeak wouldn't lie to me. What can this dwarf change? I mean, the orc, as you can tell, seems to be an offensive juggernaut that is just kind of, well, dancing, dabbing, showing the utmost disrespect for his opponent. Little bit of, you know, little bit on this Chaos Shrine as our dwarf slowly stalks his opponent. That is very impressive. I'm actually wondering, was Chaos the people who unearthed this, or was it another faction? Had to have been Chaos, but then again, I don't really see them using implements. I would expect for our dwarf to use his spell-like abilities a little bit quicker, get his defense up, maybe get some armor penetration in, and then take it straight to the orc. Here he comes. Orc charging, dwarf charging, both of them meeting in the middle for an amazing attack. Quite impressive. Good moves. I'm liking it so far. He's doing well. What's going to happen here? Oh, it looks like he got the better of that exchange. And there goes the headbutt again. Quite impressive. Come on now. Decent block. He took that like a champ. And they're both just exchanging right now in the middle of this glacial lake. I'm actually kind of wondering why we have our people fight here. It seems like a liability. And he's on his back! But it's still a decisive defeat, even though he used his spell-like abilities, even though it looked like he was going great. I'm guessing Dwarf, Orc War Boss, Smasher, caught him with his toe as he was thrown to the wayside. Alright, we have gone to the item shop, I guess you could say. The Dwarf Lord still thinks he has something over the Orc War Boss, so he's picked up a rune for his axe that sends out a gout of fire, whereas the Orc War Boss picked up a very, very nice mount. That would be the boar. Now, as you can see, I'm not exactly sure how the rules of physics are working here. That little boar's back must be strong. And, well, we are talking about the orcs. The rule of cool pretty much permeates everything. The dwarf is on his way. The axe they now uses sends out a gout of fire. It is important to say that the Orc War Boss does cost more than the Dwarf Lord with this runic axe, but it would have been nice to maybe have other runic items for the dwarves to have, because, you know, the axe that shoots flame is a staple, but I don't know, something else might have been a little nice. So there was the flame. It seems to have not phased the Orc War Boss at all, or his boar. The boar probably has dealt with worse when Smasher wakes up in the morning and goes to talk to him. And you know, orcs do have that breath. I'm sorry, orcs. Don't get offended, but yeah, you guys are a little bit dangerous in that department. So the axe doesn't seem to have had much of an effect. Let's see how the boar changes this matchup up. Should be interesting. The dwarf stoically walking. I don't believe the boar is walking, and oh, he gets knocked down, and there goes the victory lap. Smasher is not giving any. Oh, swing and a miss from the Dwarf Lord. He is just circling him with wild abandon right now. This is a common orc tactic. You make your enemy as angry as possible, and there goes another gore. And he just tramples over him. That's disrespectful. That's just sad. More circling around. He's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. Gets knocked down again. I don't think that there's really much our Dwarf Lord could do in this situation. I don't think there's much he can do at all. But let's see, he's rallying himself and got knocked down again. If we have a replay, I would love to see that. Okay, is this about to be it? Or does the dwarf have something up his sleeve? I do not think he has much. But he's actually holding. He was holding his own there for a second before the boar decided to get involved. And you can say what you want about the dwarves and their position in Total War Warhammer, but they fight until the end. Again, he just got gored by those barbed tusks. I wonder how much those cost to make, actually, because I have a boar and ooh, it's still going strong. They're still going up against each other, and that was it. Alright, we have the next match, and let's see if there is a bit of change of tactics from the Dwarven Lord. If he maybe takes the charge on the onset with these certain spell-like abilities that he has. I do believe it's called Bulwark. I'm most likely probably incorrect on that because Squeak has not given me any notes on that. Thank you, Squeak. Let's see, if he takes the charge, maybe, perhaps maybe he can win. Or, you know, perhaps maybe if he actually hits with this strange axe spell that he has. Maybe you could get a little bit of something. He's taking his time, he's thinking about it. He knows that all of dwarven kind, the fate, their reputation hangs in the balance of this one fight. And I'm pretty sure he's going to send the same gout of fire out, much to the same result of the boar and its orc rider just not really caring. Slightly being phased. They've been attacked by goblin magics that have probably done more damage. Actually, yes, goblin magics do quite a bit more damage. Speeding up a little bit. Oh, he's stepping back. I think he's preparing. He's preparing completely for this attack. Will it hit? Will it do damage? Will it do anything? And I don't think it did a single thing. Here comes the fight. Good charge. The dwarf did not go down this time. He's on that defense. But it only lasted so long. Orc's hefting his shield up high. I do not think this is going to be good for this dwarf. Attack. He is holding up a lot better than... Well... Orcs are better than dwarves, confirmed. Just to try to save face, just to try to prove that dwarves are, you know, really, really powerful, or really, really stupid, our Dwarven Lord is going up against this War Boss Smasher on his Wyvern. Same weapons apply, but I really don't think that Gout of Fire is going to do too much. So, as you can see, it's quite the beast, it's quite the creature. Quite graceful, as it soars, and it's about to drop right on Green Peak's head. That looked painful to me. And there he is, he's just smothering Green Peaks right now. Does he have any realm to attack, or is he just getting, oh my god. One bite here, one bite there, and come on. You've got more in the tank, don't you? It's over. It's over. Too much damage in too short of a time. So now we all know what the score is. I hate to say it, but it seems as though the Orc War Boss on just a one-on-one basis is quite a bit better than the Dwarf Lord. If you also check out the Dwarf Lord's options as opposed to the Orc War Boss, there's a lot of options for the War Boss, both in the item shop and in the mount department, that the Dwarf Lord just doesn't have. Which kind of bugs me out because Dwarf Lords have what are known as shield bearers. You know, two dwarves get together, kind of like how the king is carried by quite a few dwarves. Two dwarves get a shield that has some type of ancestral significance to the Dwarf Lord. They hold it up, and the Dwarf Lord jumps on top of it, and they become a 3-man unit, essentially. I think it's really cool, and I think it would actually be awesome to kind of balance out the dwarves versus the orc war boss, who has, both a wyvern, and a boar. I think it'd be really useful. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. And this has been an episode of Total War Warhammer Duels. JB, do you always have to do that? Yeah, I always have to do duels.